Okay, I just fixed some stuff around, and so even though this is a bit of a odd thing, now I have 750. Although time hasn't progressed as much, I will say this up alright. But now that I have the money for it. Okay, like, see, there's nothing for that. But now I can do the thing I want. Unless, hold up, let me see. Is there anything to do with the dormitory? Anything new? No. Then, let's see. What can I read today? This is the book that Ruby bought when we went to Vale. Let's see how it is. A kingdom recovering from war with a neighboring nation is now torn in a war of succession. No woman can rule this kingdom alone, and so factions form around her suitors. The narrative is split between the factions of two suitors of the princess herself, and this guy who could be one but doesn't want to be. Well, that was fun. The guy outsmarted and humiliated a guy in the same game of truth or dare, I guess. I kind of like him. Alright, I think I read enough for today. Oh. You, just in time. Ruby? She's holding some kind of thick, non-fiction book under her right arm. Hey, Ruby, you in a hurry? Oh, Noah. Oh, God, yes, I almost forgot to pick up this book for our project before the library closed. Weishead would have killed me, huh? Her gaze falls to the book I had been reading. Instant realizes spreads on her face. That's the War of Kings. You bought it as well? You seem very into it, so I wonder what it was like. I liked it so far. I know, right? I read the other books from this author, and they're all so cool. Although the main character is a bit different from his usual ones. Different how? Well, the library is about to close. Never mind. We can talk about this some other time. I haven't finished it myself anyway. You probably should. See you later, Ruby. Morning, partner. Ready for another day? You know it. I'm especially ready for breakfast. Day 5. Events still to be added. I don't remember a guy in just his underwear. Nightwear. That's pajamas, you know. That. But I do remember a ginger girl and a guy coming to have breakfast in the calf. On the morning of the incident? Yeah, I remember because all of a sudden the guy got taken. What do you mean he got taken? Can't you be more precise already? Yes, sorry, officer. Impersonating a policeman is so nice. What I mean is that all of a sudden he got wrapped up in some kind of purple energy and pulled away. Purple energy? You shitting me, son? Swear to God, it looked like the kind of stuff that blondie huntress who works at Beacon can make. A blonde huntress who works at Beacon. Oh shit. You're talking about Glinda Goodwitch, second in command of Headmaster Osmond. That was the name, yes. That was the name. Only the man was targeted? Yeah, but the girl was hot on his tail. I see. Well, thank you for your time. That'll be enough. Always a pleasure, officer. I'm sure. Shit. If If it got in the hands of Ozpin, of all people, we're going to be more than screwed. I doubt the boss would be satisfied with having to wait another 10 years. Let's see, anything different? Nope, okay. Let's just continue reading. Let's see what I can read about. Alright, let's see how this continues. Last time the main character had been approached by the princess. Checking some for a moment. Whoa, that's a very boldly put proposal, but considering the alternatives, I can understand why she would. Oh, something's moving on the warfront. I bet they're going to use it as a proving ground for the suitors. I bet the main character is already regretting accepting the deal. Well, this is actually becoming really interesting. Did you get to when they're sent to the front? Ruby? Are you stalking me? No, I'm not. But, I may have been passing by the library wondering if you'd be here reading. Well, isn't that socially awkward? Well, yeah, I just reached the point where they're sent to the front and they have their first glimpse of the ancient weapon. So cool, right? Cool indeed. Think they're going to hijack one? Totally. And then it's hero time. Hero time. Yeah. Like the main character hasn't been exactly acting like a hero so far, no? Well, not really, but does he need to? The library is about to close. And I need a drink. Well, we're pretty much both around the same chapter. What about we meet up to discuss the book after we finish? Sounds cool. Why don't we exchange scroll numbers? Sure. Saturday. Day 13. Let's see, what can we do? I could either hang out with them. I doubt we could go any further in here. I don't really need to study, so it's... Who do I want to hang out with more? Yang, Weiss, or Blake? Because even if he added the other routes to the game, I still would have chosen Ruby. Or maybe like a harem type route thing, where I can either get with either both of the girls or just all four. But I'm just going to go in ridiculous lane and just stick with Ruby here. But if we're talking about main favorites, then it will be Ruby. Weiss is a okay. Now I'm turning this into which is my favorite, which basically, if I were to say my favorites in order, Ruby, Weiss, Yang, then Blake. Blake is... How do I say this? Blake is a good-looking character, but personality-wise, I say Blake has the worst personality. Mainly because of the fact that she always wants to put everything on her shoulders and doesn't want to share her burdens or problems. And now I know that might be a weird complaint, but come on. You're not alone. You're on a team for a reason. And this team is basically one of the main family members that you're going to have. for the majority of your life, especially when in this freaking universe. Also, I bet some Naruto fans are going to hate me for this because she sort of reminds me somewhat in a way to Sasuke. And I absolutely hate Sasuke in Naruto. I wasn't the biggest fan of him. Like, I didn't like Sasuke as a character. And I know I'm going to get shat on by the comments for saying that out loud. But it's just, I can't really put it into words. It's just, I'm not a big fan of those type of people that just. But at least Blake isn't as emo as Sasuke, or that down, or that twisted. I'm probably going off my rocker with this, but anyway, let's go with Weiss. Good morning, Noah. I was just about to call you, truth be told. Oh, good. Finally got all the details you need? Indeed, I have. Good. Honestly, I'm curious as to what exactly she'd like me to do for her. I have learned the exact location of an antique dust shop in downtown Vale. I'd like you to accompany me. What? That's it? That's it. Well, I'd love to accompany you, but why couldn't you ask your partner or any of your other teammates? Because I like to do this low profile, take my time, and have someone to make some decent conversation about dust with. So I don't really see the problem. If you want it to be a low profile, why? Ruby. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Ruby Rose and Weiss Knee, BFFs extraordinaire on a partner's only outing in a mission for dust. Oh, and maybe later we can get ice cream. What do you say, Weiss? Weiss. Then taking your time, Yang. Weiss. Yes. I'm bored. I know. Weiss. Yes. I'm bored. I know you're bored. You already said so. You've been only saying that for the last 2 minutes. Just let me finish browsing this last group in silence, and then we can go. Alright? Please. What? I'm going to end you, Xiaolong. Then surely you could have a decent conversation with Blake. Oh my. Take a look at this crystal, Blake. The growth of it is so particular. True. And it seems to be an amalgam of weight and ice. Makes you wonder what the effect of it would be. Who knows? You really have nothing else to say? It's so particular. It's actually... The colors kind of remind me of Ruby's clothes. Okay, I see your point. I'll be more than glad to accompany you. Fantastic. Shall we meet at the Bulkhead? Bulkhead? But, okay, there's some lines that the creator needs to look over. Bullhead landing in around 10 minutes. Sounds good to me. The Bullhead ride is short and uneventful. Although I noticed that Weiss has done nothing but observe her surroundings with particular attention for people. Almost like she was checking if someone had been following us. Weiss? Yes, Noah? Did you tell anyone you were coming here? Oh, of course I did. You sure you didn't leave with an excuse about the library or something? Now that I think about it, you told me to meet you at the airship landing instead of the dorm's exit. That was to allow you to have a head start while I prepared. Don't you know you're not supposed to question a lady about the time she takes to prepare? My scroll is ringing in this ringtone. Yup, it's Ruby. Don't answer that. A grin slowly blossoms on my face. Why? If you told her you're going out to Vale, then what's the problem? Noah here. Hi, Noah. Hi, Ruby. How's it going? Listen, have you seen Weiss? I've been trying to contact her for a while now, but she's not answering her scroll. If I seen Weiss, you say? I'm in Vale right now. I'm not certain, but I think I may have seen her on the bullhead. What? But why did she go into Vale on her own? And why without telling us? And why is she not answering her phone? Maybe she put it on quiet. Oh, you're right. Still, she could have told me. Grumble. True, if I see her, I'll tell her to call you, alright? Thanks. Sorry to bother you. To be a bother. Nonsense. Have a nice day, Ruby. Thanks for covering for me. You better have a good excuse ready, though. I do. I thought of everything. Don't worry. Glad you do. Still, why are you going out of your way to lie to your partner and your other two teammates? I don't enjoy doing things behind my friend's back, especially after something that happened with Blake. Then why not be upfront with him? Because Ruby wanted to spend time with me this morning, and... Hold up, I need to check something real quick. Oh crap. I just noticed something. I'll deal with that later. Anyway. Crap. Now I want it. And there's no nice way to tell your partner, sorry, you can't come because you're most probably going to ruin this for me. Ouch. Yeah, that's painful to hear, and I wasn't even the intended recipient. Ruby is a good friend, even with how I acted with her at first, but she doesn't really mesh well with activities that require you to stand still, and with my own personality, I fear I may say something to hurt her if I lose my temper. So it's really the lesser of two evils. I see. I stare at the Schnee heiress and thought, a small smile coming to my lips. What is it? Nothing. It's just that you're much more thoughtful than I expected. What did Penny say? Ruby couldn't possibly be friends with a genuinely bad person? I'll take it as a compliment. Let's go now, shall we? Hey, Weiss, can I ask you something? Certainly. What makes this shop so special? I guess the Schnee heiress going to a non-family owned shop does look a little weird. Not exactly. It's just that this is the first time since I've known you that you seem genuinely excited about something. Granted, I haven't exactly known her since childhood or anything. You got a good eye. People seem to think so, I'm honestly curious. Well, first of all, you should understand that I have a particular fascination with dust. You take the class even more seriously than the others, and that's saying something. Why, thank you. However, nowadays, most of the market is controlled by my family, and such a large-scale business thrives on standardization. No matter where you are on Remnant, Schnee dust is extracted the same, mixed the same, cut the same. Size, range, purity, everything is identical. Ideal for mass production, but not for my interest. Standardized dust loses all of its charm. There's no sense of wonder or discovery. We're almost there, by the way. We still know so little about dust, how it forms, why sometimes in such random patterns. Antique shops are shops that only sell dust as decorations or incorporated into jewelry. They prioritize uniqueness over standardization, so they more often than not have more interesting varieties in stock. I see. So you go to antique shops in the hope of finding something more interesting than Dust Bullet Model 8942. Pretty much. And speaking of which, oh my gosh, that's a naturally formed force/fire dust crystal mounted on a necklace. Force? Fire? But isn't that pretty much dust for immediate explosion? How did they mount it on a jewelry? I'm more or less questioning why. Think, if something really hard hits this crystal, boom! It blows out. Why would you wear that? I could probably see it as a scary measure. You put it in a hardened something inside your pocket or something, so that the Grim is going to attack me. Throw it at its face and it blows up. I don't know, but I know that I must know. Damn, now I'm curious too. Let's go inside. Way ahead of you. Man, if just making friends with Weiss quickly made Ruby jealous, she would probably be chasing me with her scythe right now. The eager, naturally interested Weiss is a lovely sight. Not that she isn't usually attentive, but this is due to passion instead of simple results. It's a shame it's not seen more often. Although I wonder, would it be just as lovely if she wasn't so restrained all the time? So what do you think? Looks very good on you. Flatterer. What I meant is, how do you think they made this? I know. You do? We asked the clerk. Taking the easy way out, are we? My, Noah, so disappointing. Jokes to the side. They must have inhibited its properties while working on it, somehow. Indeed. Maybe using other dust? I think using any kind of dust on that crystal would have cost someone a limb. Not directly, of course. Maybe in some kind of field? That could work, but that would mean the person would be standing in the middle of it as well. Doesn't exactly sound safe. Not that much of a stretch. You just need a suit enhanced with the correct kind of dust and... That actually sounds like a type of conversation I would get into, because I'm a bit of a science nerd. But mostly in biology, not much else. I need to work on that, but still. Anytime, Weiss. But for the next time, I think you should just tell Ruby. What? But what about... I think you underestimating the lengths Ruby will go to for a friend. She may actually start studying dust more seriously to have a decent conversation with you about it. Even if you somehow ended up hurting her, I don't think Ruby could hold a grudge if she tried. Because she'd know you didn't mean it. Wouldn't she? You may be right about that. Also, before getting to actually explain yourself, you're now going to have to face the look of worry and disappointment on her face. Would you maybe want to have lunch together, Noah? Maybe catch a movie? A flight to Vacuo. Sorry, booked for the rest of the day. Please do not make me go in there. You don't have to go, but I can't stay here. See you, Weiss. Noah, please come back. Don't make me do this alone. Weiss. Ah! Ruby, what a coincidence. Please don't look at me like that. How could you? Leaving without telling us, not answering your scroll. We were so worried. I'm sorry. Oh, that is necessary, but I should probably look into apologizing. Maybe I can get her a present. You're now friends with Weiss Schnee. Sunday. Day 14. Today, Team Jade hits the town for some much-needed pantry shopping. Given to what happened to the kitchen in the pancake fiasco, I would probably agree. Cafeteria food is good and all, but now that the cooking war axe has been buried and my part-time job is familiarizing me with the art, we thought it would be a good team-building exercise to take a day each week to try and cook our own food together. Alright, Noah and I got the day list. And we have the breakfast list. Wait, what? Got the day list? And we have the breakfast list. We make our rounds and meet back in the marketplace break area by 12. Then it's ice cream time. You'll love the place Noah and I found last time. Ready? Mission start. Okay, what's the first item on the list? Cinnamon, although it doesn't say which variety. Oh, definitely Vacuo variety. Believe me, we won't go through my stash of Mistrali anytime soon. Mistrali it is, then. Why, you little... I don't think the situation is as grievous as you think, Howard. Are you serious? Do you have your serious face on right now? I can tell because it's not a video call. I think you're yanking my chin right now. Osmond's got it. No, you think that Osmond's got it. How could he not have it? What he got thanks to his assistant is 2 teens who were around the point of impact of a meteor. One of which was walking around with a very peculiar object which he would no doubt put under lock and key. And that's where your argument is faulty. Remember that it was sent away to be hidden as a last resort. We don't know what appearance it was given. I wager it would be something inconspicuous considering there are people actively looking for it, aka us. Alright, that makes sense. He still's got the only witnesses to the crash. I guess you'll have to masquerade as a student. Did you get a description of the 2? Yeah, but I doubt it's going to be that easy. I mean, if I had the only witnesses to a mysterious event that threatened the safety of the capital of the kingdom under my protection, I would keep them secluded away until... Evelyn, I think the shop should be suitable. Also, you gotta keep in mind that this is Osmond. Osmond is a foolish individual. Matters were thoroughly investigated. Are you absolutely sure that the prices are lower here than in the market? There are for this particular item. I checked their catalog on the way to begin. I can't believe this. Howard? What is it? Let's just say that the Oz may not be the shrewd international man of mystery I believe him to be. Hey Noah, did Evelyn apologize to you? Apologize? Oh, she means for the attention incident. She did, but it wasn't a big deal really. Your complexion kind of said otherwise. Point taken. I mean that it objectively wasn't a big deal. I was just surprised. I mean, I expected that Evelyn may do something to tease you and me together, but I didn't expect her to be so bold. What? After your first meeting, you didn't expect her to be so bold. She has a point. We first met her crawling on top of me in the bed. That doesn't. She does have a point. That was. I mean, I knew she could be bold in general with her actions and with her words, but I didn't think she could be bold in, using her body to get a rise out of people. Yes, that. I didn't think she was the type. You're right. She isn't. I'm confused. Listen, I've known Evelyn for a few years now. She was an early bloomer, so to speak, and while she may have used her wiles on people from time to time, that's all she did. Still confused here. So it's not like she's comfortable in using her body to get a rise out of people. She's just comfortable in using her body to get a rise out of you. What? That can't be right. Why not? Because while my Anisha leaves me next to zero experience with women, I'm still a man and she's so pretty and sexy. I know, Noah, those kind of reactions and thoughts are perfectly normal. What I'm saying is that she may be okay with it. I'm blushing hard now, thinking of the implications. This is so new for me, or is it? And who knows, she may not be the only one. I think you're selling yourself a bit too short. Frankly, I'm not selling myself at all. Between everything going on in my life in the last 2 weeks, I never thought about this kind of stuff. And I lack the experience needed to detect such things. If what Jack says is true, not even Evelyn pushing her, Want to continue shopping? Yes, please. No use in thinking so hard about it right now. It's not like I'm going to find myself in another situation like that anytime soon. And that's the last item on the list. Hooray us. Want to head back? Actually, before we go back, Evelyn. I thought about what you said last time. I did some research and... You naughty girl. It's not too much. Only if you don't play it safe. Playing it safe? First of all, the pose. Alright, that's enough observation. Target confirmed, boss. It corresponds to the description I gathered. Time to go back to school then. Me and the others will be a few more days. We should make a report about this before leaving. I need to have gone to school to begin with to go back. Later, boss. I should probably stop here. Yeah, we'll take a break here. We're probably going to use Sunday for a weekly cookout. We have the most time for it and experimenting with recipes. And experimenting recipes was fun. I'm going to take a small break. I'll be right back.